So let's now go to Ben Buchanan. Actually, he was a former Ohio State punter, and he played under Urban in 2012. So, Ben, thank you so much for joining us. And first, I want to start with the general question. Just hearing this about your former coach, what was your reaction?
Well, you know what, guys, I think it was surprising, but it also wasn't surprising. I think we were hearing those rumors for such a long time. But, you know, when you think about Urban Meyer, he is a once-in-a-generational head coach. And, you know, just thinking back to my senior year at 2012, you know, he had some big shoes to fill coming in for Jim Tressel, and then Luke Fickell was there for a year. But you just look at Urban's success, what he's amassed at Bowling Green in Utah, and 2 national championships at Florida, and a Heisman Trophy winner, and coach guys like Braxton Miller and J.T. Barrett. And, you know, I was honored to be on that team in 2012. It was an undefeated football team, and they went in 2014 and won the national championship as well. And to me, it's really, Urban is one of those guys that's 100% all the time. It is foot on the gas pedal 100% all the time. And you just look at everything that's happened this year. It was obviously tumultuous early in the year. I know we covered that for the 3-game suspensions. And then, you know, later in the year, everything that transpired as well. I think we saw some things that were coming, and just amid the headaches and everything that we're hearing with that, I think we saw the writing on the wall. It is surprising to me that it's this year. You heard the story this last week that was floated for maybe 2019 to coach through and then Ryan Day to take over. But here it is. Here we are. It's going into the Rose Bowl. It's going to be his last game. And, man, I would be charged up to be an Ohio State football player right now. I wish I could suit it up again to get out there in Pasadena with my brothers and send Urban off on the right way. What an opportunity.
You mentioned that 2012 season that you played for him. What are you going to remember about Urban Meyer as a coach, as a person, just having that experience with him?
Just an incredibly focused individual, as I mentioned. You know, you go into the Woody Hayes Center, you're going to see his core values, but you'll also see some billboards. And if you haven't played for the program, you'll kind of question what are those. You're going to see 4 to 6 A to B competitive excellence, and 4 to 6 seconds is what Coach Meyer states as the average football play. 4 to 6 seconds A to B. He wants you to go A to B, point A to B as fast as you can. He's a guy that just connects well with his players. He doesn't want you to think as a player. He just wants you to react. That's what that 4 to 6 A to B is right there. And that competitive excellence. We always would joke as guys in the locker room. We're like, man, we swear if they could have us compete who eats cereal the fastest for breakfast in the morning, he would like that. I mean, he was one of the most singularly focused, competitive individuals. And that's one of the things that I respected so immensely about him. I'm sure many of the former guys that I played with did as well. And I think that's what drives him to the excellence that he's, amassed at Ohio State. You talk about a 90% winning percentage, by far best, even better than the legend Woody Hayes around Columbus here. Absolutely incredible. 7-0 versus that team up north. You're obviously judged by how you perform against your rival. I think Urban Meyer, when you put it in a nutshell, he's just a winner. He's proven that at every single spot that he's coached thus far, and I definitely feel very honored to have had the privilege to play for him in 2012.
And you said that if you were going to the Rose Bowl, you would be so fired up for this. So from your experience, what do you think it's like right now in that locker room and just in Columbus after this announcement?
Well, I think these guys are surprised. They're obviously, you come to the Ohio State University, you want to come for that big figurehead head coach. But we talked about it earlier in the year, too, amid some of the controversy. I mean, Ohio State is bigger than one single person. Ohio State will always be a winning tradition. They were before Urban Meyer came. They will be after Urban Meyer leaves. But this is a chance to just send your head coach out on the right way and on the right track. I mean, you look at what he's done here at Ohio State. It's just an opportunity to be with your brothers, to go out to a historic stadium in Pasadena, California. I was blessed to play out there in 2010 when we defeated Oregon, and this is a bucket list for Urban Meyer. He's never played out in the Rose Bowl. You think of all the great coaches that he's coached with, all the great venues, all the great players, the Heisman Trophy winners, the All-Americans, and this is, in my opinion, his final checklist, the final bucket list that he's going to be able to check the box and to go 13-1 and win the Rose Bowl in a traditional Big Ten, Pac-12 matchup. You better believe these coaches are going to be coaching hard. You better believe these players are going to be playing hard. And, this is an opportunity to send their coach out on the right way. And I would be shocked if this Ohio State team didn't play a pretty darn good football game come January 1st.
Ben, thank you so much for the perspective. A punter who played under Urban Meyer in 2012. Again, thanks for the time, Ben.